Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, or I should actually say Scentland, the land of rant. Why? Because the old man is going to rant, myself, is going to rant about some fragrance related topic in this very episode of Scentland, okay? So what is it going to be about? But before I do that, let me pour a little bit of my beloved Löwenbräu lager here into this very nice glass in order to be able to salute you, my dear friends and subscribers out there. Salute, chin chin. Friday afternoon, a cold beer, well deserved to all of us, okay? So, how refreshing that is. Okay, so it's the usual kitchen scenario, and here I feel kind of comfortable, like standing and not sitting. I don't like sitting down for reviews that much. And the best, as Karl Lagerfeld said, the best kind of ideas and communication can be done while standing, okay? And I do agree. So today's topic is all about the different fragrance categories that we know out there on the market today. You know, the so-called cheapies, the drugstore fragrances, then the designer fragrances, and last but not least, the niche, high-end, fairly expensive fragrances, okay? And in those categories, we find actually different sort of qualities. Yes, we do, because the simple fact that a fragrance is a niche fragrance and costs you $300, $400 or $200 or $150 does not mean that it's necessarily a good performer or actually a good packaging. While it does not mean for a cheapy fragrance, a mainstream drugstore fragrance, that just because it costs you $5 or €5, $10, $10, that it's necessarily a bad fragrance, or the packaging is somehow, you know, lesser quality. In most cases, these things that I'm saying are true. So niche fragrances in most cases, or in many cases, are actually really high quality fragrances that are well designed, and the package is nice and all that, and the cheapies are usually not of that good a quality. But you cannot ever put each and every fragrance into the pricing versus quality ratio basket. And I'm going to show you a few examples of what I mean here. Okay, get to the point, Chris, get to the bloody point. So let's start with the superb niche, okay? Let's start with one of the most successful fragrances ever. Creed Irish Tweed, green Irish tweed. And let me tell you, today I'm going to look at especially the packaging, the bottle, the cap, the sprayer, not the juice inside, okay, necessarily. Although that's a different episode, okay. And today I'm just looking onto these packaging and bottle related little things that, you know, definitely are screaming for your attention. And it's all about really the effort that the company, whether it's niche, designer or mainstream, makes in order to, you know, to put out what they think is right, okay, for the money that you're paying. And Creed is a great example. Creed is a fantastic house. I really like Creed. I don't love Creed, but I like Creed. And within that, green Irish Tweed is a great fragrance. I bought this like, I don't know, maybe like 8 years ago, green Irish Tweed. Great fragrance, fantastic performance, released in 1985, great, very expensive, okay? And I reviewed Aventus before, and I have the same problem here with Creed green Irish Tweed. The cap is shit. Yeah, it's just, and the bottle is not even half full, okay? And the cap is just, and it's cheap as plastic as you can want, really, as you can wish for. It's just cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap, okay? I'm not going to spray it because the fragrance itself is quite heavy and I don't want to smell it today. And the other thing with this fragrance that pisses me off to no end, to be honest, especially again, price versus quality. The label is very nice. It's this silky, velvety type of label on this bottle. But I like to carry my fragrances around with me in my pocket sometimes in my bag, okay, and all that. And what happened with Creed Green Irish Tweed after 10 days of me carrying it around in my bag? That's what's happened. The whole nice, very nicely put golden letters on this very nice velvety label disappeared. They wore off after 10 fucking days. Not good enough. Not good enough for 200 euro, okay? The cap with that, it's just, you know, sometimes I think they're taking the piss, really. Okay, let's put a great price tag on it. I don't care. Let's put a nice, you know, type of label. I don't really care if the cap holds, if I pull it out of the bottle and the whole thing falls to the ground, or if the label just wears off after 10 days. I don't care. Just release it and give it a nice price because we are Creed. Not good enough. Let me tell you, it's not good enough, okay? And it is not good enough. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to do something that I haven't seen any fragrance reviewer doing. Here's this bloody expensive Green Irish Tweed from Creed, right? I went to Aldi the other day. Aldi, which is a food store, a cheap food store, a German food store. It's all over Europe at this stage, and they have their own fragrance line, or they actually you can buy it there. It's not their own fragrance line, but you can buy cheap fragrances there in a food store. You know what I'm saying? Creed versus the food store fragrance. Okay, and let me tell you something. This is 100 ml called Stormy Ocean. It's made in Germany actually by a company called Merckx Bellavie. Okay, now guess what? The cap does not come off. It doesn't let you down. It's nicely put in. Yeah, nice. Sprayer. Listen, look. Fine sprayer. You know how much this costs? Probably €5. And the presentation is great. Heavy glass. Catchy name. Okay, could be a niche fragrance called Stormy Ocean. Okay, and if you like the smell, this type of smell. Let me tell you another thing. The fragrance itself has great silicone projection and it's long lasting. Niche my bollocks, okay? Niche my bollocks. Stormy Ocean, €5. Let me have a beer for that. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Now I grab another designer. Okay, designers are so. Sometimes they're great. I will be having a great example for designer at the end of the video. But sometimes designers are not so great. Okay, so and I love the house of Versace, and especially as long as Johnny was alive. And I don't think that he would have ever agreed for the later Versace owners or the people that maintain. I don't know, probably it's Donatella herself. I'm not sure. To do something with Johnny's masterpiece Blue Jeans. This is a fragrance that has been around since 1994. I wear it since 1994, and the bottle design was done by Gianni Versace himself. Now, they kind of messed around a little bit with the fragrance, but then returned to the original formula again. But this is a typical example when a designer brand says, this fragrance is selling itself, okay? Selling itself. So why should we care to put in a decent sprayer? The stupid people are buying it anyway. Okay, it's maybe the youngsters buying this shit. They don't care about the sprayer. Let's save a few bucks on the sprayer. Versace, Che cosa fate voi? Questa merda? Vediamo cosa succede. And let's see what's happening here with the spray. This brilliant masterpiece by Gianni Versace has the shittiest sprayer I've ever seen. Look at this thing. You know this one is horrible. Really, it's cheap to no end. Like this thing beats the crap out in terms of sprayer quality of this. Okay, luckily the smell is great and the bottle is, well, it's Gianni Versace, but whomever decided to put this sprayer on top of this bottle is a moron. Honestly, it's a moron. Is this moron number one? Put moron number two on the phone, will you? Whomever tells me which movie this is from, I'm gonna send a free bottle of Löwenbräu. Chin chin. So, because I used this since 1994, I know that the spray was not this crap when this originally came out, okay? I'll give you another example, a positive example. Sports people, you know, especially if celebrity sports people, anybody like this releasing a fragrance like Cristiano Ronaldo or David Beckham or Zlatan Ibrahimovic, they're immediately kind of bashed and kicked in the face. Oh yeah, it's cheap, it's crap, it's this and that, the other thing, it's not good enough. Well, let me tell you something. Amazingly smelling fragrance. Olivier Pacheux, I think, is the parfumeur. Great sprayer, not the best, but great. Magnetic cap, nice appearance. Cost €12. Okay, this is Zlatan Ibrahimovic Supreme Bohom. Okay, so what are you talking about here? Okay, it's great. It's fantastic smelling, and the performance is not bad. It's a whispering fragrance, but long lasting. Okay, so here you go, sports celebrity. But obviously Zlatan somewhere cares what is being brought out under his name. Actually, he has some fragrances that are not so good in terms of sprayer quality and overall appearance, but with this line, same as like Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo with his thing, private edition there, what the name is, it escaped my head at the moment, but good example, you know, good quality. And the best, in my opinion, the best quality, the best price versus quality ratio that has been produced is at designer level, because they really can match up a great pricing with a great appearance if they make the effort, and that's what's all about. If they make the effort, okay, and I'll show you two cases when the designer of the fragrance, the great fragrance house, and not only fragrances houses will see, said, okay, I'm going to put out something that is of good quality, the juice, the fragrance, the overall design, the cap, the sprayer, everything. Two great examples here. L'Homme Rochas, and probably most beautiful bottle ever released, Van Cleef & Arpels Midnight in Paris. These two have all it takes. A great fragrance, great performance, great packaging, great sprayer, great bottle, great cap, everything is perfect. So these are the perfect examples in regards to this particular topic that I'm talking about today, okay? So I was trying not to rant too much, but you have to sometimes, because there are times and there are fragrance releases where you feel that, you know, the effort was not really made to provide you with optimal quality for your money, because what these people are doing, they're reaching into your bloody pocket. They're grabbing your money, they're after your money. You spend it on their product. So you have to be aware of your choice that you make, and they have to be aware of their effort that they make, and we have to be appreciating or not appreciating the effort or the non-effort or anti-effort that any of these fragrance houses or designers or niche or drugstore fragrance makers do or make. Okay, so that was my little rant. Chin chin, salute, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this very nice Friday afternoon. Chin chin, bye bye. It's a little bit funny